This is my flex for 800 subs. I had to stretch the screen so it looks like my muscles are bigger. Alright, for today's episode, we're going to be learning recoil and how to control it. And then we're going to go on like a sensitivity talk. And I'm basically going to tell you how to pick your sense if you solo queue and if you 5-stack. If you solo queue, you're going to want to have 1-to-1. If you 5-stack, you might want a different kind of sense. And I'll explain that later. Ready? For this operator, we're going to be using Ash. And then we're going to switch to the F2 and try to get that one down. This is just for recoil for right now. By the way, on this gun, Ash R4C, you should always use flash hider vertical and laser sight and hollow. I'm not using laser sight for the purpose of this gun looking good on thumbnails, but besides that, let's get into recoil. All right, I'm not going to control this right now. I'm just going to let it go. So it goes up to the right, but for me on the camera it doesn't look right. Up that way, okay? That's what we're looking for. So the way to control that is pull down to the left. So here's what I'm going to do. Down to the left. Now this is from, let me turn on my HUD. All right, so that's about 10 meters away, right? Let's back a little bit further. We know it goes up to the right, so we're gonna go down to the left. A little bit choppy, but you know, we are a little bit farther away. So let's try to get that better. It's going a little bit more all over the place. Oh, we crouch. Maybe crouching helps. Let's see if I'm just bad. Yeah, I think I was being bad. That literally started going down. I was pulling too hard. Oh, that one was a freaking laser. So, literally, I'm going to show you the hand cam of me pulling this down so you guys can understand what I'm doing when I'm pulling this down. So this is what this looks like when I'm trying to control this. Let's go with a different gun. Let's do like the F2 like I was talking about. I didn't mean to end the game there, but whatever. So that's that gun. R4C goes up to the right, and you pull down to the left in game. Go to the F2. Let's see what way this goes. I run flash hider and laser sight and ACOG on this gun because ACOG is insane. I also run this gun quite a bit because it's a high fire rated gun. High fire rated guns are basically meta in this game at this point because it's a one-shot headshot and there's limb damage. So the faster the bullet, the higher percentage of a headshot. So let's look at where this gun goes. It's just normal recoil. I'm not going to do anything. Up to the right, all the way. So let's pull down. A little bit choppy. Let's try and control that. You know, I want to try a different attachment. I don't know if flash hider is the method. I want to see if compensator does more work. Let's see. I'm really curious. I haven't tried this. So I'm going to figure this out for myself because you see that my recoil there looks a little bit choppy. Let's see if I can figure this out. If I can't, that's all right. Let's try some compensator on this gun. I think that might be the better play here. And by the way, you should do this too for every gun that you're unsure about. Go into the training ground and basically just look at the recoil on the wall and fix what you're doing wrong. Look at where it's going and track where it's going. It's not hard, and once you realize it, you just have to practice it in game. So let's see what this does. All right. That looks incredibly better already. So that's going up to the right barely, so it's down to the left slightly. But I mean, we pulled down to the left slightly, sorry. So let's try that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's back up. Alright, your favorite streamer Uzi was right. Okay, compensator is the method. Like, that is just insane. Oh, I'm getting good. I'm getting it down. I want to control this in like a 10-meter radius. That's most gunfights. I'm not going to lie. Most gunfights are at this distance. So you want to practice from here the most first. Get this down first before you start going farther. And I do suggest going further back and practicing because it's a lot harder. So let's learn this one, right? Alright, that literally doesn't look like it's moving. Let's go practice on some bots. Alright. Oh, beautiful. This is just going so good. Another gun that I'm unsure about on the sensitivity of is the SMG-12. So I'm going to try to figure that out in this video. And these are the highest recoil guns in this game. Alright, so that's why I'm doing that. Because they're the most important ones and you should try to get them down. That doesn't really mean that you need to get them down. I would say go learn all the recoil patterns for the operators you need to use in rank, like Ace, Bandit, Cade, Mute, you know, basic wall denial, basic wall breach, you know. Get them both down and figure that out. And let's try the SMG-12. But get these guns down, primary ones first, before you go to high recoil. Because this is more of like a fragging op, right? Like this is the operator you're gonna be. Let me fix this now, because you don't really need to see this. Unless you really want to, comment down below. I can do more hand cam stuff. I'm just trying to explain to you guys what I'm talking about. So let's go SMG-12 on Dokkaebi. Let's try to get this down, because this is a hard recoil. There's no barrel for it either. So let's see which way it goes, and let's try to fix it. I do run hollow on most things because my aspect ratio is 3:2, because I don't like 4:3 and I don't like 16:10. So 4:3, the reason I don't like it is it's reactionary and you need to have a faster reaction to use it. So I don't really like it, and a lot of people use it that don't have that faster reaction time and don't understand because they think it's the best thing because Spoit runs it or because Stompin runs it. You're not either of those. Not to be that guy, not to be a jerk. Unless you're literally him, then my bad, him. My bad, you're him. But don't run those unless you're them. Like the 1610, that is really good sense. That is reactionary. You will never be wrong on 1610. That is basically default sense. It's most YouTube videos, like aspect ratio as well. A lot of players run 1610 too, especially Pro League players. But I run 3.2 because it's in the middle of both of those, and it's a beautiful aspect ratio that basically I can run whatever I want. I can run hollow, I can run ACOG, and I won't be affected by reaction-based timing. It's in the middle. It's perfect. It's like the greatest oatmeal you could have. Okay, let's see what this wall looks like when I spray this though. Alright, that is up to the left and then straight up. So let's see what we can do. Down to the right, and then it seems to start going to the left. So let's try to... Okay, so that's a lot more to the right. So, right, and then it starts going left. So I need to do right, and then see where it starts switching. Man, if only this gun had a compensator, right? Like... Or maybe I just suck. I don't know. Up to the right, and then it goes up, and then to the right further. So it's like up right, pause, more right. So let's try that. It's hard to get down, but I'm keeping most of the guns on target. I don't know, man. This gun is a difficult one. I mean, that was better. It's getting better. It's getting better. It's still really hard to control. I'm not even gonna lie. And this is one of the hardest guns in the game, mind you. Like, to get down. That's getting better, but that is still a little botched. I like that more. Alright. You do get it down after a while. Oh, never mind. Wow. Okay, but that doesn't look like it's moving, and then it goes all over the place. I guess it's just a messy gun. The first, like, 15 bullets are, like, crisp as hell. So, with this gun, I would just use the first 15 bullets then, because how horrible that was for my recoil. It was not good. Alright. Let's try to use a little recoil on this next kill. Ooh. Alright. Oh, that is just going to the sky. I need to pull down so much. What am I doing? Alright, that's really close kill though. Alright, he's cooking. He's cooking. You gotta be in here. Where's the last one? Over there? Oh, yeah. Let's get into sensitivity. So, I personally play 1-to-1 because I play with good players, and I like to have a sensitivity that is 1-to-1, right? What 1-to-1 means when you go to options, you go to controls, my vertical is basically the same as my ADS sense, my ADS aim down sight sensitivity. So this is what it looks like, right? And let me show you the hand cam for this because you want to see what I'm talking about. This means a comfortable 180. Clean 180, right? This is un-ADS'd. You just got to be able to most likely get that 180. You got to be able to 180. You don't got to be able to do like a whole 360. Yes, I can, but I don't need to do that. You need to be able to understand your 180 distance, like boom, 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 boom. And mine's a little choppy, but it gets to the right point. ADS, right? You got to be able to do a 180. See that? That's what matters. That's what matters in ranked. And that will save your butt. This is solo queuing, okay? Now, if you want to have a slower sense, what I would recommend is going to a lower DPI if you have enough mouse spaced like this. If not, that's okay. You can stay at a higher DPI, but you might lower your sense to be able to do a comfortable 180, right? Even on a lower DPI. Go for a comfortable 180. Something that's like within range of your mouse pad. Nothing crazy, but with a higher DPI, right? But regardless of that, if you do have a big enough mouse pad and you do want slower sense, here's a sense I would try out, all right? I would go 9, 9, 37, 60. This is a really good sense. It's what got me started, I'm gonna be honest. It's my friend's sense, Kitty Smacker. He is goated. He is one of the best players I've ever met. I swear to you, dude, he knows what he's talking about. And that's good for 5 stacks. That's a lot better for 5 stacks. It's more of a slow sense, right? So this would be your 180, and then your ADS would be slower, because you would be like, oh, where are they? And then you would 180 there, and then ADS. That's that type of gameplay, right? Because you're in a 5 stack, so it's more coordinated. You don't really have to 180 because you have a teammate watching your back most of the time. That's not for every case, so you can also just go the 1-to-1 route. That's completely up to you. But yeah, recoil is the thing I would really focus on. Just go into this shooting range, figuring out what guns you want to get good with. Look at where the recoil goes, so don't pull down at all. Let it go to the roof, and then you figure out what it does, and then you pull, okay? So try that. Comment down below if that helped at all. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful day. Giraffe and Tim's out.